What's up, everybody? We got a show for y'all tonight, or this evening, rather. We are talking about three different things. We are talking about the 10-year-old young little girl who shot a woman that was fighting her mother. Then we're going to talk about the pregnant woman that was shot and killed by police, and FYB, who was shot and killed after giving out his Instagram location. So, hope you guys enjoyed the show. All right, let's get into it. So, gonna pull up. So, let's talk about the 10-year-old first. So, okay, says that her mother was fighting a young lady. She saw a young lady. I guess they must already had beef, apparently. Hey, Miss Belinda. I guess they already had beef, apparently. Lady saw her. From reading the article, it says she hit the lady first. In the midst of that, she handed her daughter her purse, which had a gun in it. And the daughter went in the purse. Witnesses say they saw her going through the purse. She pulled out a gun and she shot the lady in the head. And actually said, after she did it, you don't mess with my mom. So, what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, you want me to go first or you gonna go first? What's your thoughts?
I think, number one, kids need to stay in the kids' place. Two, if you knew you had a gun in your purse, why would you hand that to your child? But obviously she was raised to be that way, because at 10, and then it's like the mom, she started the fight. So clearly, we got some ghetto-ness going on. I'm just saying. That's just my personal opinion.
So you feel like so it's saying that the mom started the fight?
Yeah. You want me to pull up the article?
Yeah, I was reading it. I probably didn't get that far into it because it was just like I know that the woman that they were speaking on was she about 41 or something like that. Um, she's a little older. Um, and whoever started the fight, it's definitely crazy that the daughter knew to go in the purse, grab the gun, and shoot. You know what I'm saying? She must have been losing. If that's the case, I don't know if she was losing. I don't know if they was actually throwing hands and what happened. Um, okay, see, I didn't hear about that part about the cousin being stabbed. Um, but yeah, it's like I'm seeing that they put the daughter in the DCF. They charged the mother with manslaughter or
And
FCE.
child negligence, and it was something else.
Yeah, you basically handed her the gun. Now I don't know how this would have been if the shoe was on the other foot, color wise, but I definitely feel like you probably should have had more. I mean, you hand your daughter a bag with a gun in it. She knows there's a gun in it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? She's 10 years old. She's old enough to comprehend that there's a gun in here and she can use it. I wonder what kind of gun it was, and I wonder what type of responsibilities was she teaching her daughter. But at the same time, if she walking around, putting her hands on people, I'm sure there wasn't too much responsibility being taught in that situation. Um, but now we got a 10-year-old who has a body, so to speak. Yeah. So how's the 10-year-old supposed to cope with this? Because she still got to grow. She's gonna be older. She gonna feel like she gangster. She gonna feel like she thugging. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody fuck with her. Where's her mental gonna go after this? I would definitely wonder.
And that would go back to, like I was saying, the raising, the upbringing, because for her to automatically think to do something like that and think that it was okay, where did she learn that mentality?
Man, yeah. You guys seen that post I have made. We gotta bring back that 1980s respect.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because man, and so somebody in my hometown, man, shout out Jake Waters, man. He just lost his life a few days ago, a couple days ago, or whatever. And he was a cool dude, and from my understanding, he didn't even bother nobody. But he was in the area where they was mourning over somebody else who just passed. I guess some people came, shot it up, and he was one of the people who got killed. And it's like unnecessary shit that just go on. You can't even mourn your own people because of association. And this is
Yeah.
like, where is the respect gonna come from? Where are we gonna start respecting each other and respecting our people? Because a lot of times innocent people be going out, and I'm understanding that the lady was like an activist or something. The lady that was killed, she was more of an activist, peace going person. That's the
Mm-hmm.
information I got from her. Now that don't mean anything because I heard of the Black Lives Matter founder lady. Right. So, I'm guessing that don't mean too much or nothing, but at the same
Right.
time, if somebody is walking around preaching positivity though, man, we should try and respect them a little bit. But damn, 6 years old, body, I mean 10 years old, excuse me, and, killing somebody, that's that's a different story right there. That's crazy, man. Where's the respect that? Where's the responsibility being taught at? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't even know. I wonder did they even say what type of gun it was?
No, they just let me pull it up actually.
Because for instance, my gun, I have a Glock 40, and it don't have a safety on it, but you have to cock it. You know what I'm saying, before the bullet even go in the chamber. So if it's already a bullet in the chamber, then you could just start shooting. But if there's no bullet in the chamber, then you can click it as much as you want. Nothing's going to happen. And so I'm wondering if there was like some responsibility taught about the gun or how the gun works. Like, because if it's like a 357 or something, them down sure don't got no safeties or no cocks. You just pull the trigger and them bitches going off. So it depends. Did she know what she was doing? Did she know how to use it? Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
she shot her right in the head. I mean,
oh
shit.
God.
I
So
don't
she shot her.
know.
So she didn't shoot her more than once. She only shot her once, or she
It
shot her twice.
says 10-year-old Florida girl shot and killed a woman who had gotten into a fight with her mother. Authorities says the girl and her mother were taken into custody Monday night following the fatal shooting of LaShawn Rogers, 41, outside an apartment complex, according to a news release from Orlando Police Department. The girl was released into custody of the Florida Department Children and Families. I don't know if she's gonna be charged or not because they didn't put her in juvenile. The girl's mother, Lucretia, 31, was arrested on charges of manslaughter by culpable negligence, child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and aggravated assault with a firearm. Let's see if they say what kind of gun it was. It says Isaac and Rogers began fighting late Monday, and Isaac handed her daughter a bag that contained a gun. The girl took the gun out of the bag and fired 2 rounds. Oh, she fired 2 rounds, according to police. Any charges for the girl will be decided after a review by state attorney's office and Orlando Police Department. Um, yeah, it doesn't say. That's all it says. It doesn't say what type of gun.
I'm gonna give you this little clip I came up with real quick. It says, the arrest affidavit for Orlando woman gives more details on the Memorial Day cookout that turned deadly, allegedly at the hands of a woman's 10-year-old daughter. Woman who was shot and killed was simply celebrating the holiday. According to the affidavit, it started Memorial Day when Lakeisha Isaac spotted a woman barbecuing at their apartment complex. A woman Isaac had already had beef with. According to witness, Isaac punched her first. The woman punched back, hitting Isaac in the face. At some point, witnesses say Isaac took off her backpack and gave it to her 10-year-old daughter. As the two women continued to fight, witnesses say they saw the girl rummaging through the backpack and heard a gunshot. The victim, LaShawn Rogers, fell to the ground with a gunshot wound to the head. According to deputies, Isaac's daughter then yelled, "You shouldn't have messed with my mother." Her mother has been arrested and now faces a host of charges, including not properly storing a firearm and manslaughter by culpable negligence. Isaac remains in the jail for $50,000 bond. Yeah, so I mean, kids love their parents though. We ain't gonna stop there. I mean, they definitely
I mean, I love my mom too, and if my mom was still alive, and that was our situation, they was fighting 1-on-1. So if I feel like my mom is, somebody getting the best, I'm gonna jump in. I ain't finna take no life unless they coming with a gun or a knife. Then that's a different story. But at 10, that's what I'm saying. You have to realize she's 10. Where did she even get the mentality to even think to do that to begin with?
I mean,
You have
10, we
to think
talking
about.
10. We talking 10 now. We talking 10. They be knowing some shit, man. I knew some shit when I was 10, but like they said, she was rummaging through the bag, so she knew it was in there for sure. Um, if she's looking for it, she knew the gun was in there. Maybe she knew the gun was in there from a long time ago. Maybe she didn't knew the gun was in there. Maybe they had that conversation like, shit, let them have it if something happened. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Um, but yeah, that's deep right there, man. I don't know. I
So I
guess
think you, Miss Belinda's, you read her comment.
that y'all had already knew this. That's why she handed the purse. The money. Hey, right there you go. That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
thinking.
trying to say. That's
That's what I'm
exactly
thinking.
what I'm trying to say. She was already taught that. That's why, I try to put it in a nicer way, but that's pretty much what I was trying to say.
I mean, like I done had conversations with my kids about the guns and things like that, man. And it's like defense. Like you know what I'm saying? We're not using these um, just because we want to shoot somebody. We don't have these guns just because we tough and bad or nothing like that. Like you know what I'm saying? It's all about because my thing would have been if we going outside, we going to fight somebody. This is total different than somebody trying to come in our house. Like you know what I'm saying? So if I'm about to take the problem to somebody, I would hope that my kids do have common sense to not think that we about to go shoot up some shit because that's not how we work. It like somebody come in this house, you know what I'm saying? Then boom, do what you got to do. Like you know what I'm saying? But outside this house, it's not our job to just be out here shooting people. I mean, maybe she was getting stumped out. Like, you know, I don't know the whole story about the whole.
Again, because listen, no, we're not doing that one. We can't make excuses. We can't make excuses because
I'm
even
only
if
making excuses for the 10-year-old.
no, there is no excuse. It's what she was taught. Period.
Don't put your hands on my mama, is what she said, right? That's what happens if you put your hands on my mama. It sounded like she had a little attitude herself, and she stated it like that, like
And
it could,
again, where do you think that came from?
because my kids gonna know to shoot one off anyway. They gonna know to shoot one like warning shot, bow, like you know what I'm saying. Everything stops. My kids gonna know that like warning shots. We do warning shots. Like you get one warning shot, you get one warning shot. You know
But
what I'm
what
saying?
happened to bitch? Get off my mama.
I mean, she could have jumped in, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she'd have got through slung or something too, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a different uh, shout out to the lady who passed, you know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah,
Condolences to her. You know, man, she just sitting there kicking it out. It's like it's damn, it's on Memorial Day now. Every time this day come around, we gotta just remember that. Family as well, you know what I'm saying? The people in the apartment complex who rock with her, you know what I'm saying? She cooking. So now every time Memorial Day come around, we're going to relive this. You know what I'm saying? But the daughter's going to
yeah,
relive this, the mother going to relive this. So everybody really affected by it, man. Uh, that's deep right there, though. That's deep.
yeah. Now, the lady shot in St. Louis by the police, the pregnant lady. Now, I read something new, and it doesn't seem like, from what I read, it said she had a gun, so she wasn't unarmed. And this is what you see
Mm.
that picture. You see her
Hmm.
running, and then she has a gun in her hand.
It does look like she got a gun. I also said that. I also seen where it said that they didn't know if she was pregnant or not. But because of the HIPAA laws and the hospital not being able to just give out paperwork, they can't confirm that she wasn't pregnant or not. And they also stated that the car that they was in was possibly jacked, stolen car.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, her and her boyfriend, and he left her.
so right, he got out the car and ran. So I'm like, why would you even have a gun in your hand in the first place? That situation is now the person that was recording was claiming that she didn't have a gun, but that picture shows differently.
Yeah.
Um, Even if he was gonna get out the car and run, now it stated. Now I read somewhere where it stated that she told them there was a gun in the car, and when they started walking up on her, she backed up, and then when they got closer, she started running, and they shot her. But now I'm seeing this picture right here that you just showed me. This is my first time even seeing a picture, and I mean, like, come on, man, you already know they shooting us because we got a pencil in our hand, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, God damn, why would you even have a gun in your hand? The police coming at you. I mean, you could have dropped it and ran, could have left it in the car and ran. Like, why would you even put a gun in your hand? Like, what did you think that you was gonna be able to do with this gun towards these police officers, man? Luckily, she's not dead, from my understanding. She's
Right.
still alive. Hopefully, if she is pregnant, saying that it didn't cause the baby no harm or whatever. But like, come on, man, we gotta be smarter than this. Sometimes we just be out here doing some of the most weirdest fucking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I'm sure you being a woman and even being pregnant, like, you could have just played that whole part. Like, shit, I was with my
Yeah.
dude.
And then here's my thing, and don't get me wrong, but I do know, I do know, like, police, they be shooting us down or whatever. But everything is not, oh, it's because she's black. They just shot her down. Like, she played a part in that.
That's what I'm saying. We got to be smarter than that. Like again, you could have played the position. Now, don't get it twisted. Rest in peace, Sandra Bland. Like, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it don't be like that. Sometimes it do be some bullshit, and then you still lose your life. But at this point, though, having a fucking gun in your hand with these police officers coming at you, that's just not smart. Like, I didn't even know it was a gun in the car. Is how she could have played it. You pregnant? If the dude is real and you dealing with this dude, and if he is the kid's father, child's father, or whatever, he's supposed to take that. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to take that anyways, man. He's supposed to I mean, like, you got my child in your stomach. If it's a gun in the car, I'm not about to let you go down. Even if I run off with it and you get caught up, like, hey, you was with your dude, he ran, you don't know what's going on. You was just with him, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's not my gun, it's not my car, whatever the case may be. But
Right.
goddamn, you gonna grab the gun, though, man? Like, you know what they do to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be smarter than this. You gotta be smarter than this. Like, you got to. So I ain't gonna say I can't. Hopefully the baby all right. That's what I will say, man. I ain't gonna say I got too much like sorrow for the situation because we gotta be smarter, man. You just gotta be fucking smarter, man. We can't use that
Exactly.
black. We can't use the black. We can't use the black side, the racist side of it. Like, at the end of the day, the picture shows you having a gun in your hand. As if from what I'm seeing, it looked like you was pointing it. Um, didn't have it like to your side or on your hip or nothing. You had it, it looked like you was aiming it. Like, maybe not even aiming it, but just the fact that you got it up even a little bit is enough for them to shoot at you. But even just you having it on your hip is enough for you to shoot at you. I had heard that this guy named Rizzo, man, a dude that I follow here, him Muslim or whatever, but he be talking a lot of real things. And one thing he said is that a black person with a gun is asking to be shot, which is a fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to protect yourself, even if you have the correct laws, even if you follow the laws to even get this gun, like, whatever, like, you be legally allowed to have this gun, you're still asking to be shot because they're going to see you with a gun. They're not going to ask any questions. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
gonna shoot and ask questions later.
If they even can even ask you questions because you might be gone, like, so it's like a black person with a gun already is like a target, but now you're trying to run away from them with the gun on you. Like, we got it, and we done seen too much of this bullshit happen to us, so we got to be smarter than that. Like, find the gun in the car, but you running with the gun, like, that just didn't make no sense to me. That did right there. At first, I'm like, okay, I don't know if she got, because I had read that they did say that she could have had a gun. They was gonna do the body cam, check out the body cam and all this, and they really don't get the information to the public until after they've done their investigation. But so I had read that it was speculation that she had a gun, and the police officer stated that she had a gun, but they were speaking on how some of those police officers in that area, they do, they do lie about things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but now that I'm seeing that picture, it's just like, yeah, you're right, Miss Linda. That shit dumb. Like, that shit dumb. Like, I mean, it's just dumb. Like, unless you just don't watch TV, unless you don't cut yourself off from the world, like, that's just some dumb ass shit right there, man. We know what they gonna do if they see us with a fucking cell phone in our hand. Like, period. We know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a cell phone.
Yeah.
We know what they gonna do to us. So you gotta be smart now. Even if you was gonna run, but you pregnant, like, you got a whole excuse like behind you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a child in your stomach. You a young woman. Your boyfriend done ran off. Like, this is all on him. If he any type of real man, like, this is all on him. He gonna take that if you get caught up. Like, I'm not about to let my kid, my child, and my child's mother sit in jail. Like, if she get away with it, cool. But if she about to sit in jail, I'm coming down there, I'm getting her out. Like it's all on me. It was my car, it was my gun. Get my child and my woman the fuck up out of here. Like period. So these things, she got to be smarter than that,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you gotta know who you dealing with. Is it worth it? I ain't doing time for nobody.
man.
I ain't call me a snitch. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna take them stitches.
Now, you got a man in your house selling dope, and you living off that shit. Okay.
That's different. But I ain't taking no murder charge for nobody.
It's
I
like,
don't
I was
care.
not right, Miss Linda. That shit is young, dumb, thinking nothing can happen. And I don't know why you would think that. Seeing this shit every goddamn other day, every 4 5 days, man. Which
Because
did you
they
see that?
always think they're smarter.
And you are you close to racing? Racing, Wisconsin, is it?
I think Wisconsin is like 4 hours from here. I think.
And you seen that shit that just happened at the funeral?
No.
Yeah,
Wait, did somebody get shot and then they retaliated on people at the funeral or something like that? Was that the story?
I think so. I don't really know. I just know it was a funeral. They was, and I guess they came and shot him. So 9 times out of 10, that's probably what happened. Like I guess they killed the dude. Then they went to the funeral and shot some more people. They said like 5 people that got hit. So it's like, God damn, like y'all at the funeral trying to mourn, and y'all come and shoot this bitch up and shoot some more people. And it's like, I don't know. A lot of times, I don't know, man. I just be seeing people, just free my guy. This nigga done raped, killed, stole. Y'all on here talking about free my dude, like, or mourning these people just because they was a family member or something. And it's like, is it? You know what I'm saying? Enough? Is we really doing this as far as showing love to somebody who done did all this bullshit? Now we out here like mourning and not knowing what type of situation we putting ourselves in just because they are a guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or a girl or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because this motherfucker then went to a whole other side of town, shot this man's grandma's house up, shot the baby in the leg or some old crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now he get killed. Then we got they want to kill everybody. Like,
I think I did read that because it pissed me off because I'm like, hold on. He done went and shot the kids and the mom, and y'all talking about it pissed me off because I'm like, well, what about them? So the family clearly doesn't give a about nothing or nobody else. That's what I'm saying about the mentality with that 10-year-old. She probably like that next person to be out here like that and be having those type of thoughts, not giving a fuck.
man, it's getting scary. That's how my guy died. Like, well, I ain't gonna say my guy because I know his mom. Like, I know his mom real close, playing cards, car parties. Like, we know each other real close like that. But her son, you know what I'm saying? He probably was like at least 10 or 11 because I've been gone for like 8 years. So he probably had to been anywhere like, 10 to 13 when me and her was cool and her family come around and stuff like that. But, one of his homies had died and, him being there in the area doing nothing. This dude is a working man, like, you know what I'm saying, take care of his child, like, you know what I'm saying? Just but the people that he comes up around is, with that lifestyle. So then when I gotta go and pay my respects, and then y'all come and make it even worse, and then now I lose my life as well. So not only do my guy lose his life, and then I lose my life, and now it's like just more mourning and more mourning and more mourning. It's like, when do it stop? Like, when do it really stop? When do this shit really stop?
Yeah,
Shit is
good
crazy.
question. So, what are you familiar with FYB?
Mm.
He was known on social media. I do know that much. He's
He was
known
a
on
rapper.
social media. Um,
He definitely was a rapper from Chicago. So his story is damn near the same as the rest of them.
yeah, and when I read it, it's like they say they don't like the person who shot him is supposedly unknown. So I don't know if they're trying to say like they really just don't know why somebody would shoot him or what.
So from my understanding on that situation, man, there we go again. Like dude was known for taking people's pipes, is what they call it. It be sounding so gay.
Because I was gonna say he definitely had to get to some. Because I know in this picture,
So
what is he sitting there with?
That's the girl's mama right there. And then
Yeah,
him
this
right there.
the 10-year-old's mom. But this one right here, what do you
Let's
see in
know.
his hand?
I mean, two of them, and
Two
and
of them.
so and so the story. So the story that that one in Chicago she spoke on. I was reading Miss Lynn's comment. Um, the one in Chicago, they stopped the funeral and searched all the cars. Um,
She said she talked like a well, we need the tea then.
so hello, CC.
Hey, CC.
But nah, so from the first story I kept hearing, it was about dude Sean dropping his location, man. And being in Chicago, being the type of person you is, we should know better than to do that. Because I wouldn't even do that in my city. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, especially if I got a problem with somebody, like, unless you just really about that. Like, you come to me, like, you know what I'm saying? You drop your location and you didn't get all this dirt. It's not a good thing. But the second story I got was he took he took somebody's gun inside the house. So it really was supposed to be somebody he knew. And they claimed that he was known for taking people guns, and he already had two guns on him, but he took somebody's gun, I guess, and he supposedly pointed it at him, and then somebody else shot him 3 times. So of course they know exactly who shot him, but ain't nobody gonna speak on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which when you part of that life, you're not supposed to. When you play the game, you're not supposed to tell. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works. You're supposed to get your get back or move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't bring the police into the situation. But still, so I guess he took whoever gun and they shot him 3 times and he died at the hospital. But again, like, bro, you got them. You part of this fucking lifestyle, like, you know what I'm saying. This is you. What they say, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right?
Yeah.
So you're walking around. I mean, you got all these videos talking about killing this, killing that. You got all this, you know, bullshit going on in your life that you are a part of, and then these things just fucking come back and happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you gotta feel sorry for his child. I think he got a child, um, but for the most part, it come a time where you just gotta stay the fuck away. Like, especially with the type of attention that he was getting, mom. Especially with the type of child, especially with the type of time that you do when you do these things, man. It should just happen, man. It should just happen. Like, if you getting all this attention from people, and you getting all you starting to get this recognition and money, you have to start staying away from this shit. You can't continue doing this shit because now you're on another
Yeah.
level. Like, you know what I'm saying? And these dudes, we want to go back to the hood and be all tough. I don't know,
Some
man.
some some of them don't know how to get in and get out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get in, make a nice little, do something with it that can make you keep making money legally. They just want the fast money, period. Or just even just that life.
Right. I think that it's like a identity that you have to keep, I guess. So even when you get to a certain level, it's like well, now everybody know me for this. Like we were speaking on the last time, now everybody know me for this. I got to keep on being like that. Oh, you left the hood. Of course, I left the hood. The whole purpose of me doing the things that I did was to try to get out the hood any fucking way. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get rich to get out the hood anyways, and then got to come back, show face, save face. Be weird. Like, it don't be making no sense to me, man. Why these dudes do these things?
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion, man. Again, I don't really know too much of the story, but that's why I heard that his homeboy had just got killed recently.
Um, yeah, two other people got shot too. It was two
Right.
other people who had got shot. Um, but Belinda had a question for you.
Oh, she said, is that the one in Chicago? So it said it was in Racine, Wisconsin. I think that's close. Let me see. I tell you.
Everything happened in Wisconsin. They both.
Because we was just talking about that. What was that? That's with Miss Brittany, right? Was that the situation with
Yeah,
Brittany?
that happened in Racine too. No, that's not the situation, but her
No, not the
situation did
situation.
take
I'm just saying.
place. Yeah,
Right.
in Racine.
I think it was definitely in Racine. Give me a second here, because they got video of it and everything. I don't know if they stopped. It says 5 people shot while attending the funeral in Racine, Wisconsin. It was at a funeral home and crematory. It was being held for Deshante Lucas King Jr. Several of his family members were hit during the fire. Um, so yeah, it was in Racine. I don't know if they stopped everybody and searched all the cars, but I know that it was a lot of fucking shots. From what the video that I watched, it was a lot of shots. And that's just a whole nother situation. Like, why would y'all shoot up the funeral? And that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? You done did something to these people, and now everybody more than you because you gone. A lot of times
And
we got
that's
to start holding. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and that's the thing. Like when they out here doing these things in the street, it's like you're not thinking about family, you're not thinking about your kids. Because if you think that you could go and do something to somebody, and or you know what I'm saying, well, why do you think like they family? Oh well, he did it, so we just gonna wait and get him. Nah, we gonna take it out on whoever we could get to. If we can't get to you. They don't think about that.
Yeah, they don't, and we don't hold our people for account. We don't hold our people accountable either. We have to start holding our people accountable uh, in order for them to understand it. It's like we don't care what our own do, but if somebody do something to them, then we all sad about it. Like, so these niggas did all this other stuff, and we want to glamorize and make them bigger than what they are. But then as soon as something happened to them, we want to go and mourn them. But then these things happen. I done seen funeral homes in my city get shot up because of the person that's dead. You know what I'm saying? They still want you to hurt more. Like that wasn't enough. Me taking you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe even a cousin. Like it might not even been me to go do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? My cousin might have went to go do it. Now that I done got you out the way because you done hurt somebody that hurt me. Now my cousin ain't get that feeling. My cousin wanted your head. But since he can't have your head, nigga, you can go to the funeral and shoot your funeral up and catch a couple more bodies off your family. Like you want more mourning. Like and all y'all messing with him. But at this point, we just gotta start holding each other accountable so things like this don't happen because my cousin a rapist or you know what I'm saying? Child molester, some shit like that. Like, nigga, I'm not coming to your funeral. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm not coming to your funeral, bro.
Hey,
You
how
know?
about before the funeral, nigga? Don't even come around me.
Now
Don't
you
come
hear
stay
me,
your ass away from me. You
man?
know what I'm
So
saying? Because I don't want that on me having you around. You, this the type of shit you want. You touch somebody's kids or rape somebody's sister. Nah. Mm-mm.
right, you done shot up somebody grandma's house. Like, bro, we already know. I'm not getting in the car with you, bro. I already know niggas want your head. Like, I'm not. You about to put myself in that position, man. Um, a lot of times that's what we end up doing, man. We go to these funerals. Oh, I miss my homie, my homie gone. We posting pictures and all this other stuff, not even knowing
Like
the
he
whole.
was an angel.
Man, come on, man. And it's like, God damn, dog, you don't even realize that you just posted this man picture. You sad as fuck about this man gone. Somebody that's mad as hell that he done did the bullshit, see you post a picture. Now, oh, you fuck with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming to holler at you too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we gotta start holding people accountable regardless of blood or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta start holding
You know
people
what I hate? I hate when people be posting free so and so, but you know damn well so and so did what the fuck they did. Like, what do y'all want? They supposed to. I mean, like, what do you want?
Listen, I'm free. Hey, if my nigga got caught with some bricks, some weed, bullshit ass pistol because he was trying to defend himself, some shit like that he was just trying to survive. I'm yelling free my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't got caught with all these motherfucking guns. He didn't got caught with, but he ain't that type of dude as far as like to hurt other people's family. He ain't trying to hurt nobody. He just trying to live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Yes, drugs may hurt the community, but whatever. Like, we giving them to the people who want them. Somebody gonna give it to them. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you accountable for that. Because they gonna get their shit regardless. If they gotta go up there to the white man, they gotta get it from me. They're gonna get their shit. So I'm not gonna hold you accountable for that. But if he get caught up for some bricks, some gun bullshit, whatever that bullshit be they be on, yeah, free my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga done shot up everybody on the whole different side of town. At this point, I'm probably just trying to save face. Like, yeah, that was my nigga. Like, you ain't even yelling for your home. Yeah, that was my nigga. Like, at this point, because why would I be trying to save a nigga who literally just killed somebody for stepping on his shoestring? Like, Yeah, he thoroughbred. Like that nigga thoroughbred. Don't step on his shoes. Like I'm basically a scary ass nigga. That's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm scared. I'm only praising him so he don't come back and bother me. Like you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Because
I mean, if you guilty, you guilty. Okay, like you said, if you get caught up with some bricks or something like that, okay, you might not look at that as a big crime, but I'm not gonna be like free so and so. I'm gonna be like, damn, I hope he learned his lesson.
man, listen, learning your lesson from selling drugs is hard.
So even when you ain't never been to prison though, boom. So
Yeah, I
you
ain't
don't
never been
know.
there.
Have you been to jail?
Yeah, like 30 days max. And that's including
Okay,
all my
like,
charges.
do you like that little room, that little thin mattress, and that
Oh, nigga,
little
I was in that
silver
bitch.
toilet?
Hey,
Like,
listen, I was in that bitch like God. Every time I went, I ain't gonna lie to you, God. You give me about this situation, I ain't coming back. I promise you, like, so don't get it twisted. I can imagine because see, listen, I done heard all the stories about when you first go to prison, not jail. When you go to jail, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you just in there you trying to get through your court cases, all this other shit. They got their little lockdowns, but most of the time you in there with a cellie or something. So at least you got one person to talk to. Unless you in there by yourself and you waiting on another person to come in. But other than that, most time you in there by yourself. But as far as the prison game go, every story I done heard is all the same. It's like your first month is 23 hours a day you in the cell, like every day for
yeah,
the
it's
first month.
like that in the workhouse. I had to spend a weekend in the workhouse. I could only come out once a day. Like, come
For like
on,
an
like,
hour.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. So no, I don't want to be there. But again, when you get this first charge, don't nobody want to give you no job. You really got to come up with a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you get that first felony, you really got to come up with a way because I still be having problems with my misdemeanor charges. I got caught in a stolen car in a drug abuse. They found a bag. It wasn't even nothing in there. And that shit right there still be holding me up because even though they dropped my stolen car down to a unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, luckily it was a preacher's car and the situation helped me out, but they dropped it down to an unauthorized use. They charged me with a felony. So a lot of times, like when I was trying to get jobs and stuff, they would pull up my charges and not my convictions. So even my charges were still, and that's just bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a stolen car charge. Like, don't nobody want no thief working for them. Don't nobody want no, I'm always heard like they hire a murderer before they hire a thief, but they ain't gonna hire a murderer because they don't want to get murdered. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna hire no thief because they don't want nobody stealing from their company. So it's like even little petty stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed to get it dropped down to unauthorized use, but it's so much I even got to go through to show that, like, yeah, it's just charges. Like my convictions was this. So my charge is stolen car. You know what I'm saying? But my conviction is unauthorized use of a motorized vehicle. So I have to prove this and prove this. So I can just imagine somebody who didn't got caught up with the drugs or caught up with this and that. They didn't. I'm a user, so now and that's just to get less time. But then you come to them, and now you looking like a tweak, even though you ain't never used no drugs in your life, but you try to portray that so you didn't get as much time. But then that shit is on your paperwork, and then when you do go try and get a job, they see that you were a drug abuser. So you know what I'm saying? It's like,
But I think, okay, so do y'all have the fellow friendly list or whatever?
the felon friendly, where you just or
It's supposed to be a list of jobs that will hire like felons, and it's like a lot of jobs on
yeah,
here.
it
But I
is,
was
man.
gonna say that McDonald's and Wendy's will hire you.
Come on, Miss London.
I mean, but if you made that choice, you can't be picky.
I mean, but come on, I'm only my first week check from McDonald's or Wendy's is gonna go towards my phone bill. It's like my phone bill is that's enough for me to pay my phone bill. Like
So
not to
y'all ain't got Metro PCS because I mean, you can get a plan as cheap as $15.
hey, listen, McDonald's and Wendy's. I understand where you're going. It's outside the box. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where you're going. It's like these little low type jobs. But I mean, come on, man. What are they gonna do for me? Like really? Like, and I'm thinking of a person who maybe got 2, 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? A person who has situations going on in their life that they need to handle. Again, the bricks situation, the drug situation. Free my guy, man. Get him the fuck up out of there. I already know he was trying to feed his family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Another nigga just running around just killing niggas for no fucking reason. Excuse my language. Another person just running around killing people for no reason. I can't rock with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never been cool with dudes who just wanted to fight people just cause they just felt like it. You get all drunk in the bar and then you just want to fight somebody. And like, why you ain't do nothing? Cause nigga, I don't know what the fuck y'all was fighting for. Now, if I'd have seen him getting beat up, of course I'd have jumped in. But I'm not about to help you beat this dude up. Just beat him up. That's what you felt like doing. But you ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Bring me into that shit. Just beat his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah.
a lot of times dudes get all drunk and just get cocky. I can't rock.
Yeah, I don't like hanging out with people that get drunk and want to start. I ain't come out for all that.
You
Like,
was
come on
not
now.
tough like this 3 hours
No.
ago before we got this bottle. You was chill. You was the coolest nigga. All of a sudden, we sitting in the bar looking at the females, and you look over and you like, man, that nigga over there keeps stirring. And I'm like, fuck that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You come over here, we're gonna fuck him up. Other than that, I look over again. You over there pounding him out for no reason. Like, this ain't even a dude that you got into it with 2 weeks ago, a week ago, a year ago. Nothing. Like, he looked at you, and he probably didn't even keep looking at you. Just happened to look up and he looked at you. Now all of a sudden, you ready to go whip his ass and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. So a lot of times, man, that's why I even stopped going out, man, because every time niggas come home, man, we did this, we did that. Like, man, I just catch a female Family Dollar. I could catch a female Family Dollar just like y'all call her at the bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, bro. However you want to do this, you can go do it that way. I'm going to go do it this way. But I don't like them cocky dudes that get drunk off that and get that. What they call
So you only go out to meet females,
I don't go out at all. But
or
that
when you was
if I was to go out, yeah. I mean, what else would I go out for?
to party, kick it, turn up.
And I'm going to run into a feet first off. I was saying though, like, first off, I'm not about to even, man, all the niggas gonna like this outfit. They gonna like this hat. Like, no, I'm about to get dressed fresh so I can get the females to look at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Number one. And then number two, like, if I see something 9 times out of 10, they gonna be dancing, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, she big, la la la. Damn, she look good, la la la. So I might try and shoot my shot. But what else is there to go out for? I'm about to mingle, but I ain't trying to mingle with no niggas. So I'm going with my homies. They already know them.
Take
like,
it, you don't dance.
No, I
Oh,
two-step. I got a mean ass 2-step though. What you mean?
you got a mean too.
2-step killing them. I can 2-step to any song, slow or fast.
Hell nah.
But I stopped dancing. My last dance that I could do was to walk it out. That was my last dance. Like,
Ooh,
yeah, that was my shit right there. I was
really?
doing that shit, but that was my last shit. You know, I'm 35. That was my last shit. After that, stanky leg, all that shit. It was like what was it? The Harlem Shake, walk it out, H-Town stump, like those shits right there. Yeah, I fucked you
Mimi
up.
in the trap.
No, I ain't do all that motorcycle shit. I ain't go there with it. I ain't do all that. I wasn't young jockey. Nah. But I stopped at the walk it out in the H-Town stump. That was it. And Harlem Shake.
Did you know how to percolate back in the days?
Percolate?
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, damn, you are younger than me. My bad.
Is that what they be shaking it shit or some shit?
Nah, it start off like this or whatever, but it's house music, it's house dancing.
It's house dancing. Okay. Now I can I'll let you slide you to death too. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. My shit is the wobble.
The wobble?
Yeah.
Oh, the wobble. Okay, I remember that. I like, hey, big girl, I love watching that shit. I watch the fuck out that shit. No, but I'm a 2-step with that though. I'm a 2-step with that though. But no, man. I just think that a lot of dudes, man, they gotta start holding each other accountable for the bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Like, nigga, if you're selling drugs, you know, and the irony of selling drugs, like my dude Jay said, man, the irony of selling drugs is sort of like you're using it. You know what I'm saying? When you use the drugs, you want to smoke because you didn't got that high. When you sell the drugs, you want to sell because you didn't got that money. You like, oh, hold on, I done made this that quick. Like, and then again, your environment, man, everybody around you, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody around me selling drugs. It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around me selling drugs is that easy. So why would I want to go get a job at McDonald's? And then once you get caught up, you don't think about going back to jail. You think more of how can I do it and not get caught this time? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's hard, especially if you get caught up by the feds. You might as well give it up. If you go and do 5 years in the feds and you get out, give it up. They on your ass. They watching you. You can't fart.
But that's cool though, because what ends up happening is, and that's the thing about going to these federal prisons. Like, I never wanted to go to the prison, but if I did, I definitely would want to go to it. Like, I ain't gonna say if I if I did want to go, but if I did go to jail, I definitely would want to go federal because once you get in the feds, you start meeting people who connected. Like, you know what I'm saying? You meet the connections. And they more prone to talking to you because you ain't here now. So it's like, okay, you ain't here. You ain't no snitch. You ain't here doing your thing. You can see my paperwork. You know what I'm about. Now I'm connected to Escobar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I get out doing my 3 years, now I'm finna go from selling ounces and bricks to fucking kilos, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I done met the kilo man now, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say it's a good thing to go, but a lot of times when you go
I don't
into
think
prison,
that's safe either, though. I mean, you know how many snitches is in prison, then got 10 years and want to get some time dropped off
but
that's be setting people up and stuff. That's not safe either.
now every person I talk to who done been to prison tells me that you have to show your paperwork. Like you gonna get your ass whipped every day, or you show your paperwork, and then your paperwork gonna determine on if you gonna get your ass whipped every day or not. So when you go in there, you gotta show them paperwork. Like they gonna ask you for your paperwork, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna know if you snitched or not. Everybody in there gonna know if you stole or not. They gonna know what you in here for, why you in here, and then they gonna know if you told or not. So it's like if you don't get like no, if you don't get put in no hole or solitary confinement, especially if you get put in general population, you gotta show your paperwork. So a lot of times niggas before niggas even talk to you, they like, what you in here for? That's like their first question. Like before anything else, it's like what you in here for? Where your paperwork at? So niggas gotta show
But
that
I'm
paperwork.
saying, even though they show their paperwork, they could be in there for, I don't know, getting caught with drugs or something. That
Mm-hmm.
don't mean that they ain't trying to, get information on somebody else to set them up so they can shorten their time, though.
That's true. So if if I go to the county jail and I tell them somebody to get less time and then I go to prison, it's gonna be in the paperwork that I told them, right? But let's say I go to the county jail and they like, we still gonna put you in prison and you can do up to 10 years, but if you go in there and get us some information, then we'll get you out 4 or 5 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So first off, you gotta trust the police to back up their fucking word.
Yo, 'cause I be watching these shows. These police be selling them people out.
Yeah,
They
so
dirty as hell.
and then as soon as you don't do what they supposed, don't think we ain't got a video of you, you know what I'm saying, back here saying that you're gonna go tell them you got to like so it's like they really ain't even about to let you out because now you're really informed. They gonna keep you in there as long as they can. But I don't know. That's why I don't want to get caught up in no shit. Like I go do something, man, I'll do it by myself. Like I got caught up in one situation, I got blessed in that situation. I ain't gonna speak on that situation, but I got caught up in one situation, I got blessed, and I already knew like from then on, like not to even, deal with that shit no more. Like I'm not going through that with nobody else. I got blessed to be around the right people, and I never go through it again with nobody else. Like period. From now on, I'm doing everything by myself. If I get caught up, it's because of me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I seen the one video where it was like a video where dude had got caught up. And it's like, well, we caught you because your friend left his cell phone. He left his cell phone. He like, yeah, he left his cell phone. We went through all the texts. We seen every story. He like, so we got caught up because y'all read the text in his phone that he dropped during the situation. And they like, yeah, they showed him the paperwork with all the texts and everything. He read the text. He's like, man, this nigga stupid. Like he was mad at the nigga. Like they would
That's
never.
what I be saying. Like, I know they watch these shows like Cops and all that. Not Cops.
First
What is it?
48.
Yeah, like First 48. A majority. You know what? They don't really crack their cases because they smart and figure it out. They really crack their cases from phones, mainly phones. I'm gonna be honest. Phones is like, if you're going to commit a crime, just leave your damn phone at home. You know what I'm saying? Because the net where it beams off or whatever,
The tower.
then they be texting back and forth. So they're gonna go pull. Y'all so damn dumb. Y'all don't, and y'all just keep going out here committing the same damn mistake as everybody else.
Ain't nobody there to tell them, and they ain't paying attention. Just like the girl running with the fucking gun in their hand, like, you had to pay attention to all the shit that's going on for you to know not to have a gun. So
But
just
some
see,
stuff it's common sense.
it's common sense.
You have
Well,
to know if you running with a gun in your hand from the police, they're gonna shoot your dumb ass.
shoot. And when when I was younger, when we run from the police with a gun on us, we already know we bound to get caught anyways. But we finna hit a corner, jump somebody's fence. By the time we jump somebody's fence, we be done through the gun behind the behind the garage or something, under the car or
And
something
all
like
they
that.
did was follow your trail, and they found that gun behind that garage.
Well, no. We never got caught because we kept running, right? So you keep running, you throw that bitch and you keep running, you feel me? But then when you keep running, once you get like a certain distance, that's when you give up. You know what? I can't run no more. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got nothing on you now. You feel me? So you give up once you don't got nothing on you, but you don't give up right there at the garage that you threw the gun behind. Like, you
But
know what I'm saying?
no, and that's not what I was saying. But boom, that's still not the smartest thing,
It's not,
because
but
they
you feel
still
me?
gonna they're gonna track every. Okay, he ran in this direction. Now that we got him in, put him in the car. Let's go back. Let's see if he threw some. You think the police don't? They not gonna think like that?
They can, but that don't mean it's mine. Just because you found the gun, that don't mean it's mine.
So
Look,
when you was
possession not
running, you
even
had
the
time
law.
enough to wipe your fingerprints off of it.
True, but I ain't
See,
never. Hey, listen, I got away. Like I said, I done got blessed in a lot of blessed situations. I done put myself in a lot of blessed. Well, I got blessed by God for a lot of things that went on in my life, man. So I just knew not to just stay with the gun on me. When the police come up, when they pull up, it's take off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take off. True, especially if you got something legal on you. You hit a corner, boom, you drop the shit off. You keep running, boom. Once you come off around the other corner, if they still chasing you, give up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't
but
got
you
nothing on
can't
you.
really, nowadays if you run, they just gonna automatically shoot you.
Yeah, that's nowadays. That's what I'm 35 years old. You feel me? So this is when I was 16, 17, 14, 15, man. It's when we was doing the little weird shit. So it was a little bit different than it is now, of course. And then not to mention it's a fucking camera on every street. So they don't even gotta chase it. They could just tap in the CCV and just watch your goofy
Yep,
ass run.
yep,
You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Just watch it. Oh, he right there now. Okay, go get him. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even gotta chase you for real. And that's another thing. Like all these fat ass cops now, man. That's probably because of these goddamn cameras. Like they ain't chasing nobody for real, man. They ain't really chasing nobody, man. We had this officer in our city, man. His name was Wolf, man, dog. He fastest cop in the city, boy. Yeah, hawk you. Ain't no running from him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't too many. It wasn't too many other than that. Like, you know, they called him Wolf Man because of that. Like, he'll hawk your ass down like real quick, like black man, and we'll hawk you down. But he was also the same dude who will catch you smoking and just step on your weed or make you pour your shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you give him a reason, he gonna chase you. But other than that, like, yeah, it's weird out here, man. I just that's why I would just
I
do
don't
my
know
shit
what
by myself. I think
I
she was
don't know
talking.
what she's referring to.
I think she's talking about the jail situation. I seen that when I was talking about being in the federal and meeting people. You know,
Oh,
I think that's what she was talking about. Which it is sad. Don't get it. And I'm not. I don't want to go to jail. I got 5 kids, but I wouldn't even know how to react, not being able to do nothing for my kids. That would just be like the worst feeling ever to just be stuck somewhere and not be able to do for your family, knowing it's some bullshit. Let me get a phone call while I'm in jail and you tell know in a bad condition. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out how to even if y'all even gonna let me go see. Is it even worse enough for y'all to even let me leave? You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even leave unless maybe one of them die. Other than that, nigga, they gotta go through it without me. Like so, I've been got out the way. Like you know what I'm saying? I go to jail now. It's because of them. Like you know, because I was that's it. Like,
yeah, yeah.
but free all my guys is locked up on some goddamn marijuana for sure, man. Cause y'all done made this shit legal. Y'all out here making money off of
It's
this
not
shit.
legal in every state though.
I mean, it ain't legal, period, through federal government. It's only legal through the state anyway. So technically, you know what I'm saying? They can't bank marijuana, you know what I'm saying? Because they would have to say it's drug money and they can't bank it like that unless it's medical. So it's really not even legal. But still, though, like the states making money off of it. And them same states, Arizona, California, Colorado, was locking motherfuckers up for weed. And now y'all selling the shit and making your own money. So we need to lock their asses up. The fuck. Free all my guys that's down for some bullshit. Not the ones that's all fucked up on some dumb shit, man.
I'm sorry. If you're guilty, you're guilty.
Hey, I respect that too, though, but I respect that. Like I listen, you do the crime, you do the fucking time. Who said that? I think somebody just said that in the comments, man. It might have been Miss Linda, man. You do the crime, you do the goddamn time. But I'm more prone to releasing a nigga who sold some weed, some crack and shit, more than I am a motherfucker who just
Or
going
a
around.
child molester or something like that.
Yeah, shooting people's house up. Like you shot my mama house up. My mama ain't had nothing to do with this other than the fact that she my mama. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shooting at my mama house, bro. You shooting at my grandma house because you can't find me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you resort to just shooting up houses. You shot my nephew. Ain't had nothing to do with you. Shot my sister. You know, type shit. So I can't agree with niggas who, oh yeah, bro, we just shot that house up. Like, nah, nigga, you a goofy. Get the fuck away from me. And if you get locked up, you
Yeah,
deserve
that's
it.
what make it weak to me because they never get their intended target. And then they get all this rank in the streets. Yeah, they don't get no damn rank. They don't deserve no rank because they scared to go shoot the person they really supposed to be shooting.
Only rank you get is the fact that you got a gun. So everybody like don't fuck with that nigga because he gonna shoot some shit up. But nigga,
Because
again, we
he's
gotta start
scary
on,
as hell and he gonna shoot some shit up. That's what they should be saying.
which means he still shouldn't be alive. You a scary ass nigga who doing dumb shit like shooting motherfucking grandma's house up or shooting kids' house up. You ain't even shot nobody but the house that you think they might have been in or some stupid ass shit. You done hit the wrong person, man. Them niggas gotta be held accountable just as much as the snitches, bro. Like we ain't gotta tell the police, but the hood should definitely handle niggas like that. Like, you know.
Yeah, especially when innocent kids get shot. Or Miss Rose, that we've been living on the block with her for years, and all she do is sit in her yard, planting her flowers, and sit on her porch drinking tea, gossiping about everybody. She should not have to be catching nobody bullet.
Or the candy lady, the candy man, any of them, like they shouldn't have to be a part of these situations that's going on, man. Like so niggas be worried and I don't respect niggas like that. Like go handle your situation with whoever you got your problem with. But bringing anybody else into it because you can't find them, that ain't cool, man. You don't free those guys, man. We freeing all the guys who's feeding their families, man. That's it. That's it, man. If you feeding your family, free my guys, man.
Yeah.
Free my guys. But the people that we're speaking on today, man, I hope that we don't get no more of those rappers like what is it, FYB?
But all of them, like, what was it? What was his name? FYG or Y some G Duck somebody. He was killed. Who was that? Vaughn. He was killed. They man.
Von Von situation different though. Von's situation is definitely live by the gun, die by the gun, because he ain't even die in his city. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much drama that he did in his city, he died out of the state, which is crazy because that's what that nigga Charleston White was talking about. Like a lot of times, and I got to it with a few Chicago people, and don't get the twisted, man. They with the shit. I'm not gonna say they not with the shit, but a lot of times, man, people be trying to take where they from to a whole nother city. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, they could be with the shit, but leave Chirac in Chicago. Don't now. Is Minnesota is like fucking mini Chicago now because they
and
do dirt there, or they hiding out from running from somebody there, and then they want to run here and hide out, but then you getting bullshit up here.
but you know what though? Even Minnesota, like I wouldn't even put Chicago being the reason. I think that Minnesota just be on some Minnesota shit. Like you know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
No,
no.
so
It's
they
them
don't.
Chicago motherfuckers coming over here. Chicago, Minnesota didn't used to be this bad.
No. See, I don't know too much about Minnesota. I know a guy from Minnesota. He was telling me some crazy stuff that be going on, but it probably could be because of that. But what I do know is that ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just what the percentage is more. Like people get murdered everywhere. But I tell you one thing though, if I go to Atlanta, Georgia, I go to Phoenix, Arizona, I go to Chicago, talk about I'm from Akron, this how we get down. Them niggas ain't gonna give a fuck. Like you know what I'm saying? Just like you come from Chicago, you go to Akron, you go to Atlanta, you go to Phoenix.
So you think if you go to Atlanta though, you really got to worry about that? I think you would more have to worry about the men trying to get at you.
See, that's the bad. That's you know what happens. Atlanta, Atlanta got some crazy ass neighborhoods, right? Some real crazy ass neighborhoods, but the inner city downtown for sure is known for putting people on because they got so many producers and so many music places that you can go to. They got all these clubs and stuff that's downtown, so it's real easy to look at Chicago and I mean, excuse me, look at Atlanta and think the outside things of all the gay shit that's coming out of it. And then the rappers, you know, they want to like Young Jock wearing his hair a certain way, Young Thug dressing a certain way. But you take it back to the Jeezy, T.I. days, you know what I'm saying? Even the early Goody Mob days, like, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't hearing these things about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You ain't start hearing these things until everybody started moving there with that shit. But you get these different sexuality people that moves there and get put on, and now you think that like you know, oh, Atlanta just like this, Atlanta just like that, and it's not really like that. Like Atlanta got some crazy ass hoods, bro. Do not get it twisted. Atlanta, you'll get your head bust out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, but again, like I said, it's anywhere. And nowadays, to be real, even when you talk about the worried about the men getting at you, those same men still pop your ass. Like, don't get twisted. Like, these niggas walk around with
Yeah,
guns.
all of them ain't scary.
But the point that I'm making is like, regardless of where you from, like nigga, you can't think that because you came from a certain city that's still
Yeah.
like you gonna be able to bring that shit here because niggas gonna be like shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck about where you from, bro. Where is
Right,
that?
because you get the yelling, I'm from the show me state. Somebody gonna say, well, show me then.
Just show me, you know what I'm saying? Cause St. Louis get down, like you know what I'm saying?
That's St. Louis. I'm from the show me state.
Yeah, we go get your ass show something coming up here, like you know what I'm saying. But the same thing though, you take your ass to St. Louis, they gonna show you some shit, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like anywhere you go, man, somebody gonna let you show. Somebody gonna let you. Somebody will let you have it. But only thing I know about Chicago, man, for sure, that I do not like about that city, man, that's worse than. Well, Chicago and I think LA. I ain't heard this nowhere of no other cities but Chicago and LA, man. And well, really the whole damn California. That shit, wow. Like, don't move to Chicago, California if you ain't got no deep family. That's just coming from me. Like, you ain't got no real deep family, don't go to California. I don't give a fuck. Don't go to California. Or unless you got some money, you can move out in the hills. Other than that, do not go to California. But because you find out, but only thing I don't like about them two cities, man, is you really gotta have the right colors on, man. You got your hat to the wrong side, it's an issue. You got the wrong color on, it's gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's really different. They got a lot of don't
Even
stop at
this
you
day and time now,
right now, right now. Just maybe like 2 years ago, man. A homie, well, this girl I know, her brother just got killed in Chicago, going to visit a family member, and he just had his hat to the left, and it was just how he wears his hat. It didn't have nothing to do with him being a gang member or nothing. But they pulled up on him, asked him about some shit. Nigga changed your hat. He wasn't really like, nigga, y'all got whatever. I guess he wasn't really with what they was talking about. They shot him right there on the spot. California is still like that right now. To this day, they always gonna be California. That's the home. So yeah, right, Miss Lynn. It's everywhere, man. It's ain't
No,
nothing new.
I think she's asking, but is it everywhere? Because I know it used to be like that back in the days when I was growing up. It was like, that's when I think gangs really started forming here in Minnesota. Maybe they was been formed in other places, but yeah, you couldn't wear your hat to the left and walk in a certain neighborhood, or you couldn't wear certain colors. That's when the movie Colors came out. I don't even know if you know about that movie. You
Ice
know
T.
about Yeah, Colors. Yeah. But like now, like I said before, we was talking about this a little bit. These gangs are so goddamn organized. They don't go by no laws, no rules, they have no structure. They just doing what
That's
they
why,
want to
and that's
do.
why it was so wild because a place like Chicago, they don't even have sides. They got streets. Like there's one street, this, all this, and then the next street, is they doing this, and they might even be like the whole Tukaville situation. You know what I'm saying? They might even be still, even though this whole area is Tukaville, they still got different blocks. Like, so nigga, I'm from 63rd, well, I'm from 64th, well, I'm from 65th. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, nigga, y'all right next to each other. But y'all just totally different. So I'm over here on 63rd. They don't wear their hat to the left. They wear their hat to the right. But I'm on 64th and they wear their hat, you know what I'm saying, to the left. And then I'm on 65th and they wear their hat to the back. You know what I'm saying? Them was just like exaggeration. I don't really know how it. But at the end of the day, when I go on the wrong block or I go to the wrong fucking store, they don't know if I'm from 65th or 64th or 63rd. They just know that I got my hat on the wrong way, and them niggas over there wear their hat the way that you wearing it. So either you over here trying to flex for your team, or you know what I'm saying. So it's like it just depends. It just depends. Definitely what area you in, man. It definitely depends. But Chicago and LA, they definitely still get down like that for sure, for sure,
Wow.
for sure. Different colors and everything. Matter of fact, this 5 years ago. I went to California, man. I got a little picture of me too. I was on South Central. Yeah, I went to this hotel on South Central. They got a little McDonald's and shit right there on Martin Luther King Drive or whatever. And I was right there on South Central, and I took a picture of me being up there, and I had this hat on. It was a Boston Bruins hat, black and gold, Boston Bruins. And I took a picture of me at the South Central Street. But then after I got done taking the picture, I looked down, and it happened to be like this little this Mexican, or I'm not even gonna say Mexican. I'm gonna say Hispanic. It was this Hispanic, two Hispanics. One was a girl, one was a dude. and the dude was driving. And when after I took the picture, I looked down and I seen him like sucking his bottom lip and looking right at me. Yeah, he was sucking his bottom lip and looking right at me. And his girl was like leaning over on the seat, like looking at me too, like shaking her head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? When I went in that house, I went in that hotel, man.
There's about to roll up on you like, what's up, say?
Man, you hear me? I just went in there and took that goddamn hat off. Like, I'm not out here for that. Like, I just went in there and took that shit the fuck off. Like, fuck that
Gold
shit.
and black and gold. That's a gang color. I do know that.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just wearing the hat because it had B on it. I call myself Boom. I'm about the hat because it's Boom. It's for B for Boom. And I'm about to go to Chicago. I'm going to go to LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, that could have been another blessing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his girl was just, cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. That could have, I don't know what was going to happen. I just know he was looking right at me with his bottom lip in his mouth, with his top teeth showing. And I know she was leaning over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at me too. So I don't know if he's gonna pull his gun out and get the shooting as he rolled past or what, man. I don't know. But what I do know is they still get down with them colors, man, for sure. I know we're gonna get up off of here real quick, but it's like when you get off at Long Beach. So if you're coming from the south and you get off Long Beach, you're coming from the south, so I think that's like San Francisco area. I don't know. But I just know when we was going to LA, we got off at Long Beach, and I didn't even know about the Long Beach situation, like Long Beach, Compton. I just thinking this all LA. No, this is different shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, though, you get off at the Long Beach exit, and right there, as soon as you get off at the Long Beach exit, in the light right there for everybody that's getting off and shit, it's a little store right there. Everybody over there blued up. And I was about to stop at the store and give me some blunts. Nope. Kept it pushing. No, nigga, I ain't doing that shit. No.
So going to them places though, like just like for vacation, where do you go then?
Listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. LA ain't the place to go to for a vacation, first off. LA ain't to me. Downtown LA to uptown LA, whatever the fuck they call it, none of that shit is the place to go for vacation, because if you don't know nobody and you just walking around there all willy-nilly, they gonna take a look at you. They gonna you ain't from here. They gonna try and get over on you. They gonna try and rob you. I mean, who the fuck you gonna call? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they ain't even gonna play with you. You run to the wrong people. You stop at the wrong fucking gas station. Any of that shit, especially if you go with your girl. Like, do not go with your girl. I mean, like, girl, now you know what, your females, y'all might get away, because they gonna be trying to talk to y'all. But y'all already know how these niggas is acting towards y'all nowadays if y'all don't give up your phone number. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta be careful with this period any fucking ways. But as a man, if I'm with my woman, especially if I'm with my woman, now they really about to try and act big and bad. So I would say, make sure you got some money to get to a nice hotel in a nice area. Because if you end up in one of them $200 a night hotels, which seems like a lot of money, it ain't. Like, you want to go to LA, you need to be spending like $400-500 a night for a hotel first off, and then make sure that you do your research on which is the good gas stations and not, because they still do carjackings. They still catch you at the red light and jack your ass for your car. They still get down. They still with the shit. I mean, shit, nigga, look at what's his name? The rapper. So them never looking from New York.
The Big Papa?
No, not Big Papa.
Hey, they caught him at the light. I don't know.
The new rapper. No, I think they call Big Papa at the. They call him in Las Vegas though. But the new. No, they call him. Did they catch him in Cali? I think they call Tupac in Las Vegas.
Isn't California the West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the baby. Nobody wanted him to go out there.
Yeah, but he went to Cali. Anyway. Yeah. So they call him in California. They call Tupac in Las Vegas. But the one rapper, fuck. Anyways, he posted this. All he did was post his. He bought some bags or whatever, and he had took a picture of the bags or whatever, and it had the address that they sent him to. And niggas came to his address in Beverly Hills, like, you know what I'm saying. And he in Beverly, like he in the good area. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what the fuck is dude's name? I hope y'all watching. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. 50 Cent protege, little young dude, man. He just was coming out, man. If I saw the song, you would know. But anyways, though, yeah. So it's just like LA ain't the place to play if you ain't got no connections, man. It's just not the place to play for everybody. If you ain't got no connections, that's not the place to play because they still will put your ass down out there for sure. It's still
Uh,
they got Tent City. You
how
ever heard
many?
of that? Tent City.
Never
So
heard of it.
Tent City is basically, as I said, Tent City, tents everywhere, whole bunch of
Oh, Tent City.
mm-hmm,
So is that for the homeless?
basically,
And you saying the
basically.
homeless will get you?
But you're right, not Big Papa. Thank you. It wasn't Big Papa. It was Pop Smoke. Pop
Oh,
Smoke.
okay. Pop Smoke. He just got killed recently, didn't he?
Yeah, like 3-4 years ago or something like that. Out there in LA in the place. And then yeah, you're right, Miss Lynn. Like so you with another state, with another driver's plate, that's another way to target you. Oh, you ain't from here. Uh rental car, you might get away, but they still gonna question you. Colors, like man, they not playing out there on the West Coast, and that's everywhere. A lot of times people say San Francisco with the other sexuality thing, you know, they saying that they are like that out there in San Francisco. Man, you'll get your ass popped out there. You'll get your ass popped down there anywhere. And then you go up north, you want to go to like Redding and all that. The white folks that hang your ass up there. It's racist as fuck up there in Redding, California. Man, I think the only place that you might get some neutral shit is Oakland, because they just about Oakland. I don't know if they too much with the gang like that, gang, but they still got gangs, I'm sure. But they more about their money, like them L.A. San Francisco, man, them niggas all with that gang shit, bro. And I've been up and through that bitch. They all with that gang shit for sure. Like you don't know nobody, that ain't a place to just be riding around. Like go there, go to your Santa Monica's, go to your Vermont Beach, whatever the fuck that shit is, Veronica Beach or whatever the fuck that shit is, and then get the fuck up out of there. Go to your Disney Worlds and get the fuck up out of there. Like don't be just riding around. You get caught in the wrong hood, and then they got a lot of one way streets, man. You get caught in the wrong hood, wrong street, and you got to sit there. Better pray. That's all I can say. Because if they don't know you, they ain't showing no love. Like for sure, they ain't showing no love to their own. So they
But
don't know
that's
you.
crazy. You mean to tell me you just ain't allowed to go visit other states? Like
You're
that's just
allowed to go do what you want to do, but it's
what
the
they gonna kill you because you're not from there, or they gonna fuck you up because you're not from there.
I mean, shit, listen, if a motherfucker tell you to get out the car in the middle of the hood and take your car, you in the middle of the fucking hood just because you want to ride through Crenshaw, because you want to ride through South Central, and then you get your car jacked, now you got to walk through South Central. You got to walk, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, think about all those outcomes. Like, you definitely don't want to be in those hoods. Like, and LA is big as fuck as a hood. Like, that whole city is a hood. Like, period. All the way to downtown, that whole city. Hollywood, you ever heard about Hollywood?
No, just what I see on TV.
Man, so when you see Hollywood on TV, what when you hear Hollywood, how do you feel about that?
Shit, I think stars and all this type of shit. That's what I
All
see.
right. So real quick story before we get up out of here, man. Right off Hollywood Drive, right? Me and my ex, I went to California. We went right off. We got this. I came to see my sister, and we had got this hotel. So the hotel that we had got initially, they had, I don't know what they did, but it definitely was some hood shit by the time we got there to find out, like, oh, they did us on some hood shit. So we went to go see my sister initially. The hotel that we got, they had played us, gave us our money back for whatever reason. And then we ended up going to this other hotel that my sister hit me to. I don't know why she hit me to this goddamn hotel, but we went to the hotel. We took our shit in the hotel. We walked down to Hollywood to the store, and then we came back to the. When we came back, our shit had a whole bunch of roaches just sit up in it. Like, oh, we had to get the fuck up out of there, right? So they gave us our money, but they gave us $10. They gave us our money back minus $10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So they took $10. We didn't care. We had to get the fuck up out of there. Shook our shit out as much as we fucking could, and got the fuck up out of there. Like, coming outside, all you see is dudes with wigs on, halter tops, short shit. Dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you notice a dude, but he got the wig on. Like, you know it, like, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. Long story short, we meet up with my sister. We come back to Hollywood, man. We walking down Hollywood. Hollywood is about this long, period. Like, the whole street is big as fuck. But the Hollywood you're thinking about is about this long with all the stars and shit. So, I think I even got video, man. I'm going to have to send it to you to your Facebook, man. Um, it I got people. I mean, I seen people laying on the ground. It was this dude, this homeless dude, laying on the star right in front of Danny DeVito's star. He was laying on the star, dog. Two girls on him. He laid back. Covers all over him, covers all over there on the ground. They on their phones, laying on his chest on their phones, homeless as fuck. Like probably on some like Obama phones. You know, Obama give out the flat screens or the touch screens now and shit like that. Yeah, homeless as fuck. Like you walk down them streets, man. Hollywood ain't what you think it is. I'm telling you, it's not. It's a low ass strip, and they had cut that bitch off and put all these shits around when they bring everybody, whatever they doing, whatever event they doing. After that, you ain't running to no stars for real. Like what you will see though, you gonna see a whole bunch of people dressed up like Superman or Spider Man. You gonna see all these characters and shit like that. It is a McDonald's, and they got the little buses and shit that you can get on and ride through, and they'll take you all the way to Beverly Hills and all that. But Hollywood is not what you think. I'm telling you, like right down the street is the hood. Period. It's the hood. It's not what you think. I mean, just you can even go Google it. Just go Google Hollywood. Like just Google Hollywood. It's gonna show you. Like it's not. It's not that. It's not that. It's just that one building. They had their little shows. Then they get the fuck up out of there. They not chilling there. Ain't nobody over there. Hollywood is one little ass street and it's down the hood. It's straight. I mean the hood right down the street. Right down the street. So don't think you about to just be all kicking it up in Hollywood, bro. They got like this little plaza and shit, man. You walk to the plaza, everybody got you. You need something? What you need? What you need? You need this, you need that, you need this, because they already know that's where the tourists come anyway. So it's like a little CVS plaza with CVS and like little tiny stores. But it ain't the place. Not to mention, it's $20 to park every goddamn where.
Yeah, it was like that in Miami.
Or I'm sure Miami a little bit cool though. I think I heard. I never
Yeah,
been
but
there
they,
though.
they they pictures and stuff that they be posting is false. Like they make their hotels look glamorous, and you like, oh, okay, we about to be at the pool, lounging on the little chairs. The cushions is dirty. The buildings don't look like the paint is chipping. It's not like
It's
what
not
they
what
be
they say.
posting.
I'm telling you, Hollywood is not what you think, man. It's not now Santa Monica Beach and shit like that. Like those beaches, they nice. Don't get it twisted. You go down there, man, you gonna have a crazy time. You pay your parking. Once you pay your parking, you gonna have a crazy time. You walk through the beaches, everybody smoking, everybody chilling. You can definitely walk into dispensaries out there. But everybody smoking, everybody chilling. You got all the workout artists, people walking around with big ass snakes on them and tricks and people doing all kinds of tricks and stuff like that. But yeah. What part of Cali you go to, Miss Lynn? And you definitely correct about the White House situation. The White House right down the fucking street from the hood. Like you look out there, they can show pictures from
Really? Wait, you
hey,
talking about the White House? White House that's in California?
no, the White House in DC with the District of Columbia. It ain't even supposed to be America, but that's a whole
So
other story.
where the White House y'all talking about then?
The one that the president be in,
Is where?
right down the street from the hood
In California.
in Washington. Is it Delaware? No, it's not Delaware. It's in Washington. Washington DC. DC is from my understanding, it's not a part of the United States, man. But that's a whole nother story,
So
though.
do you have to have a passport to go to Washington D.C. or what?
Well, of course you gotta, cause you need to be. You better acknowledge yourself. What you think you about to just walk up in you finna just walk up into the White House? You better acknowledge yourself coming up with that
No,
motherfucker.
I'm not trying to go to the White House, but Washington D.C. don't only consist of the White House, though, right?
Yeah, so it's the capital of the United States, right? But it is so it's bordering the states of Maryland and Virginia. It is designed, what they say is defined by imposing the neoclassic monuments and buildings. Let's see, which state of Washington D.C. belongs to. Washington D.C. is not located in any of the Washington D.C. is not located in any of the 50 U.S. states. It is located in the District of Columbia, which is what D.C. stands for. The location of Washington, D.C., originally the seat of the government of the United States, was located in Philadelphia, where members of the Continental Congress met. So, yeah, like I said, it's not it's not a part of any state, even though it's in Washington, I guess, and it's the capital of the United States. It's not a part of any of the 50 states that we have in this country. So that's a whole nother story. And I'm gonna just give you some real quick conspiracy shit. But they claim that's why they take people like terrorists and stuff like that. They take them to Washington and interrogate them because when they take them to Washington and interrogate them, they can beat them, stomp them, terrorize them. You know what I'm saying? Do all this other weird shit. You know, stick them with shit. You know, they can just beat the shit out of them, and they can't. They don't have to follow any of the United States laws. That's some conspiracy shit though, but it's not a part of the United States at all. It is the capital of our country though. That's even more weird though. It is the capital of our
Yeah,
country.
that makes it super weird. Like
It is. That's
they're
so
making
so
up their own rules and shit.
so that's why I know it's definitely right down the street from the hood though. It's definitely right down the street from the hood. Like people from the hood can look out their fucking windows and see the capital, and they don't do shit about the hood because they're not a part of the 50 states, so they don't really have to. And yes, you would need a passport to get into Washington D.C.
Miss Belinda just said no.
Oh, I mean, well, I wouldn't say a passport. You know, a passport would mean you leaving out the country, but I would say like, listen, any car that ride past, pull up, they're watching, like they're looking at you as you know, and you're in the facility, they're going to watch. And then if you try and like pull into the Capitol, you better have a reason, like you know what I'm saying. You can't just pull up the driveway at the White House, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
really want. I mean, no, I'm not talking about to go to the White House. I'm talking about just to go into Washington D.C. Period.
Well, like I said, Washington D.C. is the capital, but it's like a street from my understanding. So it's like the whole bordering of the whole bordering of the White House and in the street. You know what I'm saying? Once you pass that sidewalk, I don't even think you're part of that area anymore. Like once you cross the street, I don't even think you're part of the area anymore. Like anything across the street, I don't know if that's Washington D.C. or not. Let me see, because I ain't never been there. I know it's just not a part of America for sure. It's the District of Columbia. And it's like Maryland is across the street or Virginia is across the street. Like Washington is neither Virginia or Maryland. It is the District of Columbia, which is the district designated way back when the designated way back when for the federal government. So it don't really say like I never been there, so I really can't speak too much on it. I just know for a fact it's not a part of America for sure. So I don't know. I've never been there though. I know you can't just go up into Washington. I know you can't just drive up the driveway though for sure. You better have a reason.
Well,
Yeah, you
this was
can.
a good. This she said you can. I don't
Man,
know. Maybe she done been. I don't know.
I mean, I know they got gay stuff. I'm sure you can't just. Maybe she went into. I don't know. I'm sure you gotta like speak to somebody. Like they got security. 'Cause you know what I'm saying. Like you ain't just gonna just drive up through that bitch. Like I'm sure. Like the
Like,
police.
hey, I'm trying to holler at Biden right quick.
Yeah, like I'm sure you can't. Like I mean, but maybe they can because you know what, them niggas they raided the White House. But when they raided the White House, they had to raid that bitch. Like you know what I'm saying. So I don't even know how they got past the gates. Maybe they was there for whatever reason. I don't know. What was it? The inauguration? I don't know what it was.
It
What
was no, it was something that was going on. I think it was it before or after the inauguration?
Miss Lynch said the White House is part of Virginia. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The White House is the District of Columbia. That is not part of the United States at all. Like you might want to Google that. Washington D.C. is not part of the United States. It's not part of no 50 states. It borders Virginia and uh, it borders Virginia and Maryland, but it's not Washington, Maryland, and it's not. She said call 911. It's not. It doesn't border Maryland, and it doesn't. I mean, it borders Maryland and it borders Virginia, but it's not considered the United States at all. Like it's not considered the United States. That's a fact. Now anything else as far as like how you get in there and all that, no, you don't really need a passport itself. She said yes, it is. Okay, well, my calculation is wrong. I'm even googling it right now. Is from what I'm seeing, even on Google, Washington D.C. is not a part of the United States at
I
all.
can't argue because I don't know.
It's,
I would have to go to Google myself.
go Google it right quick. Then you go Google it. You the host. Just Google Washington D.C. That's it. You ain't even gotta type in nothing else but Washington D.C. And then it's going to give you options. Is it part of the United States? But it's going to tell you right there when you Google it instantly, like what it is. Which state is Washington? Which state does excuse me? Which state is Washington D.C. belonging to? It's going to tell you it's not located in any other 50 United States.
Okay, it says Washington D.C. The U.S. capital is a compact city on the Potomac River, bordering the states of Maryland and Virginia. It's defined by imposing.
Neoclassical.
Thank you. monuments and buildings, including the iconic ones that house the federal government's three branches: the Capitol, White House, and the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bordered between Virginia and Maryland.
No, right. It's not a part of the United States. Now, if you go and look at, if you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see where it tells you it's not a part of the United States. That's just telling you what Washington, D.C. is itself. But if you scroll down a little bit more, it's not a part of the United States at all. Period. It's not a part of it. It borders Maryland and Virginia, though, but it's not. They don't consider it Virginia or Maryland at all. It's kind of weird though. That's
Let
why.
me just ask because I don't know where to stroll to.
Or matter of fact, here I'll share it. I'm looking at it. Let me share it to you if you want me to.
Oh, it does say Washington, D.C. isn't a state, it is a district.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not a part of the United States at all. But man, it is. I mean, you can look at, like you said, Miss Linda. We can definitely. I mean, you can look at the map and you can see it on the map, but that's because it's the capital of this country. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
She said, "Grab a map."
you can see it. It's definitely on the map. Like it's starred on the map. It started on the map for sure. It started, but it's just not. They don't consider it. The government don't consider it a part of the United States for their own reason, man. For their own reasons, I can't tell you what their reasons is. That's a whole nother story. But as far as it being actual United States, like it's not. It's the capital. It's the capital of the country, and it's not a part of any state. It's just a district, and that's the District of Columbia. Which I don't even understand why it's the District of Columbia, but that's a whole nother story again. That's where the conspiracies start coming in. But again, it's not a part of the states, though.
Well, this was a great discussion. Tune in tomorrow for Auntie Nell's Dissonance. 6 p.m., same time. You guys aren't going to want to miss this discussion. She's a piece of work.
Auntie
So it's
Nell.
going to be very interesting. Yeah.
Auntie Nell, I'm going to have to check it out. I'm going to see what she's talking about.
It's going to be interesting. So
Well,
you guys all have a good night. Thank you for tuning in.